Linen backing makes your posters stronger so they last longer.
This rare Marvel Comics poster is from 1971 and went through a poster restoration process. See it happen today on Poster School with your host, Zachary Cloutier.
Hi, I'm Zachary and welcome to Poster School. At Poster School, we talk about the restoration of old posters. Today we have a very unusual Iron Man poster from the 1970s. This poster was a silk screen and had a lot of damage, rips and paper missing, as well as kinks and missing color. So you're going to see my dad restore it today. Take a look.
This is a silk screen. Hold it open for me, Zach. As you can see, it's got a lot of stuff that needs to be repaired on it.
Yeah.
Paper loss.
This is one of the old drawings of Iron Man from when he was first invented in the 1960s. Although this was printed in the 1970s, this looks exactly like his look in the 1960s. And this is Iron Man's first suit that they ever created, basically. Now we're going to linen back this poster to help it last longer. Check it out.
Thank you, Zachary. Well, what we're actually doing is we're taking this vintage Iron Man poster and we're mounting it to a piece of acid-free paper and cotton canvas. What you see under the poster is a screen that has been stretched with canvas, and then we've already applied the paper to the canvas. Now I'm spraying the Iron Man poster with water to get it to lie flat and to begin absorbing and expanding. What do I mean by expanding? I mean that the poster actually gets bigger a little bit when you spray it with water, just like a sponge expands when it gets wet. Now I'm mixing up my glue made up of wheat paste and methylcellulose, which means it's made of plants. And there's another secret ingredient, something that will kill the bacteria so mold won't come and eat away the poster later. This poster of Iron Man from 1971 is a black light poster. If you were to look at it in a darkened room with only a black light, it would glow. It was manufactured in 1971 by Third Eye, a blacklight printing company based in New York City. It features artwork by famed comics illustrator Gene Colan, titled Crack. This is one out of a 24 poster series. As Iron Man is one of Marvel's most beloved characters, most of these would have been promptly hung on bedroom and basement walls. Now I'm gently pushing out the air pockets in the excessive wheat paste so the poster lies flat on the acid-free paper and canvas. One thing that concerns me about silk screens is that they oftentimes don't absorb the wheat paste in an even fashion. That is to say, some parts of it will absorb and other parts won't. In the case of this poster, however, I seem to be getting a very even absorption. And I think that's because the color is evenly distributed throughout the poster. So there's equal ink cover everywhere, and that makes the poster paper has just the same amount of ink in every spot. It's a very colorful poster. The silk screen colors are beautiful. It's a day glow poster. I'm sure this poster looks great in the dark. So the Iron Man poster is very hard to find in unused condition. Who is Iron Man? For those of you who don't know, Iron Man is a superhero appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The character was co-created by writer and editor Stan Lee, developed by scripter Larry Leiber, and designed by artists Don Heck and Jack Kirby. The character made his first appearance in Tales of Suspense, number 39, cover dated March 1963, and received his own title in Iron Man #1, May 1968. Also in 1963, the character founded the Avengers alongside Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp, and the Hulk. Okay, it's glued to the acid-free paper, and we've just cleaned it off with a sponge to make sure that it's nice and clean. The poster has been linen backed, so now it's got to dry for a few days. So now we're going to let Iron Man dry on this screen for a few days before we do the restoration where the paper is missing in the corners. Don't go away. Welcome back to Poster School, where we are showing you the poster fixing of this Iron Man poster from 1971. A few days have passed, and Zachary's mom is going to be going into this poster to replace the missing paper in those corners. She's using a liquid. It's actually made up of paper powder, and we mix that paper powder with a kind of glue that we call methyl cellulose, also known as PFix, archival glue. And there's another ingredient, which is a secret ingredient, that acts as a paper once it's dry. If we let it dry bumpy, it will be a hard, bumpy surface. So it's important that Oki smoothens it out with this spatula. She has to do each corner. After these paper fills are installed, we'll be able to go in there and replace the color that's missing, so that when the poster is all done, you'll probably never realize that it was in bad condition to begin with. Another day has passed, and I'm going into those corners with sandpaper to make them nice and smooth, because after I've smoothed them out and burnished the poster, I'm going to go into it with color and replace what's missing. Initially, Iron Man was a vehicle for Stan Lee to explore Cold War themes, particularly the role of American technology and industry in the fight against communism. Subsequent re-imagings of Iron Man have transitioned from Cold War motifs to contemporary matters of the time. Throughout most of the character's publication history, Iron Man has been a founding member of the superhero team The Avengers, and has been featured in several incarnations of his own various comic book series. Iron Man has been adapted for several animated TV shows and films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The character was portrayed by Robert Downey Jr., appearing in the films Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man Homecoming, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. The character also appeared in Spider-Man Far From Home and in the upcoming movie Black Widow. Iron Man was ranked 12th on IGN's Top 100 Comic Book Heroes in 2011 and 3rd in their list of the Top 50 Avengers in 2012. What I'm doing now is restoring the missing color in these areas. I'm using paint, which is called gouache. It's similar to watercolor. It's water reversible. It can be washed off if the future owner of the poster decides he wants the poster to be restored, like in 50 years from now. This process that we're putting the poster through makes it last longer because it neutralizes the acids when it's linen backed, and it's a reversible process that can be done over again in 50 or 100 years if it needs to be. Also, by having a strong backing on the poster, it will hold the poster together in case it needs to be held together. Handling paper can make the paper wear out, so the linen backing allows you to handle the poster, allows you to frame the poster, allows you to store the poster, allows you to ship the poster rolled in a sturdy tube. It just gives you a lot of options. That's why we say linen backing makes your poster stronger so that it lasts longer. As I go into this poster to touch up all the little marks and scrapes that are in it, I'm finding that there are a lot more marks and scrapes than I thought there would be. I have to use both regular colors and black, but I also have to use fluorescent colors, which means day glow colors, colors that glow in the dark, like in the word crack at the top of the poster. That's a day glow or fluorescent color. It glows in a black light. Your parents' generation knows what a day glow poster is. I suggest you ask them about it and get one for yourself. They still make day glow posters. They still make black light posters. They are cool. As I put down this black, the paint looks like it's shiny, but that's only because it's wet and because of the angle of the light. The black is actually blending right in with the original black that's in the poster now. And look at how clean the corners are now that we are removing the masking tape. The corners look new again. This is the same kind of blue masking tape you can get in a hardware store, often used in house painting. Now I'm going to trim the poster down so that the sides are straight. Don't go away, we'll be right back. We're back in the Posterfix shop, and I'm going to trim down the sides of the poster so that the edges are straight. I'm going to leave about a ½ inch there. It's good to leave some extra border in case your framer needs that border for overlap in the frame if you decide to frame it. I'm not finished with the retouching though. I have to go back in and paint the edges and continue to work on getting rid of those kinks and scrapes. So now let's watch the entire process come to its great conclusion.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Well, Iron Man is all fixed up and ready for action. Linen backing makes your posters stronger so they last longer. This brings us to the end of Poster School. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!